Websites. There are tons of them out there, and while I've gone over a decent selection of the best ones, there's always more hidden gems to uncover. So in this video, I'll show you 10 super interesting websites that you never knew existed. So with that, let's begin. Chapters below, by the way. Number 1, Carsized.com. As the name of the website suggests, this site allows you to compare two models of almost any car next to each other, side by side. A simple concept, but definitely a cool one to compare your daily driver, run-of-the-mill bean-shaped blob, to something more like a sports car, for example. Not only can you see the physical differences between the two car models from different angles, but you also get some basic info and facts below. I mean, on a more practical level, this website might be pretty interesting to take a look at if you're in the market for a new car or the next time you might happen to be looking for one. Oh, and it's worth mentioning that the number of car brands, car models, as well as facelifts over the years is really quite extensive on this website, so definitely one that you should consider checking out. Number 2, Encyclopedia-Titanica.org. Alright, I was thinking about putting this one into the boredom website series of videos, link in the cards to that by the way, but definitely thought that this was more on the interesting end, being literally called an encyclopedia. Now, if you're into Titanic history at all, or go through phases regarding learning about it, then this one's a must. The sheer amount of Titanic research and detail on this website is crazy, going down to every known person that was on there, detailed schematics of each of the floors. No, seriously, these drawings are very detailed and sharp indeed, along with various facts and interesting reads. For Titanic fans, this is definitely one that you should add to your collection. Number 3, Incredibox.com. Alright, returning to the modern age now, this website is pretty incredible, I have to admit, for those who like this style of music. By going to this site, you get to choose a particular theme, and once loaded, you'll see these cartoon guys lined up with a bunch of controls, or outfits if you like, below them. Now, by simply dragging the various outfits onto the different people, you can get a simple set of sounds to be played in a loop, and by dragging more and more outfits above, you can really create a whole range of personal soundtracks and songs that are in the beatbox or electronic theme. I mean, considering how easy this site is to use, as well as the tunes being crafted well so that nothing sounds terrible when placed together, it certainly leans on being a very interesting site that can pass time as well. Talking of passing time, link to a playlist above on 70 more amazing sites if you're interested in that. Number 4, Autodraw.com. So this one is more on the creative side, because if you go to this website, you'll be given a canvas to draw stuff on. Sure, nothing special about this you might think, until you draw with the Autodraw pencil tool. Using this tool, you can roughly draw some shapes, objects, or anything you like really, and the website will begin to provide you with some much more professional graphics that can be seen in the top bar above to what it thinks you've drawn, which you can simply paste in by clicking one of them. This website would be particularly handy as a whiteboard, for example, where you can scribble and draw as you go, but also have the option to professionalize your sketches as and when needed. Number 5, Minimalist.com. Now personally, the term AI has become pretty saturated lately, and I was hesitant to include this one, but bear with me for a moment. This website is actually not some chatbot or upload analyzer, but simply just a curated feed of news articles that are sorted based on the amount of traffic that each of the pages get. This leaves you with what is actually considered to be the most significant, based on a large collection of people's viewing habits. Best of all is that it's sorted nicely into categories, and you even have the ability to change the amount of significance if you like, according to this nice distribution curve that reminds me an awful lot of something straight out of a maths textbook. Talking of maths, be sure to check out this video in the cards above, shameless plug, for a bunch of powerful maths websites that you really need to be using. Alright, now that we're halfway into the video, here's a bunch of bonus websites for you all, and that's various wallpaper websites. I mean, wallpapers is something that everyone can make use of, so you definitely want to take some notes of these sites. First of all is the Unsplash website, which I'm sure everyone has heard of at this point, but if you didn't know, this is a library of various free images that you can download in multiple resolutions and for you to use as you please, whether this be for your desktop wallpaper or any other personal projects that you might be working on, as the licensing is pretty decent I'd say. Following on from that, I'd recommend checking out the Wallpapercam website, which is very similar to Unsplash in the sense that you get different categories to choose from and filter your results by, but something that I liked in particular about this website is the fact that you get a whole array of resolution sizes and aspect ratios to choose from when you click an image, as well as various tags to help you find similar images, as opposed to solely relying on the suggestions and categories on the homepage. Next up is the Pexels website, which is more on the side of free stock images, but you can still find various images that are great for wallpapers. Again, this is a resource that I use a lot for my videos personally, so I would highly recommend checking it out if you also have various creative projects on the go and aren't making use of this site. The Wallspic.com website would be my next suggestion, as it offers a decent selection of desktop as well as mobile wallpapers. There are various themes to choose from, but I would say that it definitely has a good selection of abstract, anime and minimal wallpapers, if that's your style. Wallhaven is also very similar in regard to the style of images that are present, but has the added benefit of extensive tagging to help you find what you're looking for, as well as the ability to find other related images by color as well. And finally, I'd recommend checking out the Wallpapershome website, which doesn't have the largest collection of images images, but still has some decent ones on offer from a variety of themes. The categories that are listed on the side is also pretty convenient, as they expand into subcategories when clicked on, as well as when you view an image. So yeah, overall that's 6 different websites covered in the space of about a minute. After this video, there should be no reason for your computer just to have the default wallpaper now. Number 6. Apod.Nasa.gov. A simple website, especially considering that it's a branch of the broader NASA website, but I feel like this one can be kind of underappreciated. When you visit this site, you'll be provided with a fresh new astronomy image that changes daily. This is definitely one of those that you could have set to open on first computer launch with your browser to appreciate some of the incredible views of space. And I should also mention that the images that you see are actually stored, backdated and logged, meaning if you click this link which says calendar at the bottom of the page, you'll be taken to another page where you can select the year and the month. Selecting a month will then load up all the pictures that were on this website for that month. So yeah, definitely an interesting feature of this website. Number 7. Doesthedogdie.com. Alright, we've all been there when you sit down to watch a movie with your family, everything's going well, and then some crazy abomination scene comes on TV and you have no way to escape the awkwardness. If you know, you know. Well, this site might just save you from that experience by filtering different content types against various potential triggers for things like adult scenes, fighting, horror scenes. You get the idea. You can use a search bar to search for your content and you'll get a yes/no answer for various triggers, as well as having an explanation for each. There's also a comments and upvote system as well, so it's a pretty robust website and filtering system if you ask me. Oh, and you've probably heard of me referring to this website with the word content. No, that wasn't a mistake, because not only does this website index films, but it also does this for books, video games, anime, and various other shows as well. Not to mention that the scanned library, if you like, that is on this website is constantly growing too, so this is definitely one to bookmark as your emotional survival guide when consuming various content forms. Number 8. Something. Honestly, I have no idea what it is with their websites and their names. But yeah, what can also be handy is taking a look at current events. But as it often turns out, the headlines that are being presented big and center often skew things. Well, this site can help with that, as it lists out various events that are happening across the world and organizes them clearly into sections. This way you can skip to the topic or the subject that you want to see. There are also a few filtering options that are present as well, so you can really sort things as you require. So whether that be some big biological event, whether there are any fire related news stories around the world, or even incidents caused with various transport methods across the world, then this website's got you covered. Number 9. Mentalfloss. I think we all need a bit of mental floss after the last one. Anyway, this website is pretty interesting in the sense that it's very broad in regards to the topics that it covers, but has quite a few sections, so there should be something for everyone here. This includes a random facts collection page where you can view random facts that we've probably all asked ourselves at some point, but not really thought about too long to go and search the answer. Stuff on various history topics, quizzes, science, and a whole load more. Be sure to check it out. I'm sure you'll find yourself quickly reading a blog post, article, or diving into some deep rabbit holes. Number 10. Howacarworks.com. Yep, this does exactly what it says, though I think it's worth clarifying that this website refers to internal combustion cars, not electric cars. So if you fit that criteria and fancy learning or understanding what all the weird and wonderful parts of your car actually do, then this site is one that you should definitely bookmark. It's got quite a lot of different articles to help someone who's looking to understand how their car works, from the absolute basics all the way through to quite an intermediate level of understanding, I must say. Definitely one to check out if you want to learn something new, especially if you haven't jumped ship to electric cars just yet. But those are just interesting websites for your collection. But what about useful websites? You should definitely know a few of those. So click this video right here, which goes over 10 incredibly useful websites. But if you're still sticking around, then why not check out this playlist for a bunch of Windows apps. Anyway, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.